Not dead. This week has been a living hell. I'm so damn tired. This past Sunday. It's been raining forever now. I feel like I'm in a depressing chick flick. I'm outside using my grill. A loud scream comes from the woods out from behind my house. Nearly drop my tongs into the grill. What the fuck? I walk down the steps of my place and look toward the woods. My neighbor steps out of his place too and looks towards me. What was that? He asks. Like I fucking know. I shout back and continue down my steps. I keep a flashlight in my truck. I trade the tongs for my flashlight and head up to the tree line. The light doesn't go through the woods very much because of the springtime fog that the woods have this time of year. Hey. Are you okay? I shout into the woods. There's no reply. My neighbor goes back into his house and watches from his bedroom window that faces the tree line. I shine my light up into the air, just because I've seen horror movies, I know something might be lurking in the trees. So I don't hear anything and decide it was some kids fucking around in the woods. I go to sleep that night really freaked out. Monday I go to work, everything is okay. Regular day transporting Franklin. There's more on that later. I come home late that night and hear the screaming again. Alright, that's enough. I get my flashlight and head into the woods. There's a gravel pit a ways into the woods behind my place. I walk about 200 yards or so and step out into a clearing leading to the edge of the gravel pit. Hey. Enough with the screaming. I shout toward the hole. The screaming comes again, it sounds like it's coming from the bottom of the pit. Fuck my life, someone is down there. I step out to the edge of the gravel pit and shine my light down to the bottom. I see the water moving down there, there's a good 12-foot deep pool of water at the very bottom of the pit. I see the water moving down there, there's a good 12-foot deep pool of water at the very bottom of the pit. I shine my light into the pool. The water continues to shift and move, but my might can't pick up what it is. It's too deep. I think there's someone fighting for their life. It's raining, by the way, streams of water are pouring down into the pool, making it deeper by the minute. I head down the road built into the gravel pit, but the ground is so soft. I have to slow down or risk falling on the sloppy gravel. I hear the screaming again as I get closer to the pool. I shine my light into the pool long enough to see a fish thing moving near the surface. It's not big, maybe football-sized. I kneel down and shine my light onto the fish. It's a trout. What the fuck? I question, shining my light around. Fish can't scream. I wait there and the water calms down, that fish goes away. The rainwater pouring into the pit rises up a little higher, my feet are covered in water. It's risen a good 5 or 6 inches in 10 minutes. I walk back up the road and to the tree line. I shine my light down into the pit again, nothing. I get my wet pants off back at my house. They smell like salt water. There's a cable that blocks the road that leads to the gravel pit. Wednesday rolls around. I heard the screaming on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. I wait by the cable that blocks the road to the gravel pit. The foreman or whatever rolls up to move the cable. It's clouding up to rain again. He asks me what I'm doing here. I think there's some kids horsing around up there. I've been hearing screaming. I tell him about going down there and where I live. He offers me a ride into the pit so I can show him where. Like it's not fucking obvious. We roll up to the edge of the gravel pit. It's about 20 feet deep with water now. He gets out and explains that it hasn't been this deep before. It begins to rain. I explain that deeper down there was a smaller pool and a fish in it. He looks at me like I have 6 heads. I shrug and point to the pool. He gets back in the truck and I follow. He takes a drink of his coffee and asks me why I came down hearing the screaming and didn't call the police. Elle was a kid once, didn't think it was worth jail time over a few beers from Dad's fridge. He nodded. I get it. He tells me that the pit is deeper than they wanted to go initially and that there's an aquifer about 300 feet down. The pit is only 100 feet deep, but they've been finding sinkholes. I tell him about the saltwater smell on my pants. He shrugs and explains there are salt deposits all over the place. He brings me down to the end of the road and locks the cable across the road again. I get out and thank him for the ride. He tells me to be careful because the pit is holding more water than it ever has before. I heard the screaming again last night and probably will tonight too. I'm just going to ignore it. The pit guy didn't call the cops about kids, so why should I? I don't want cops asking me if I hide bodies down there or something that will get me in trouble. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.